A healthy state of mind. That's the topic of this WJTS in.form. Hello, I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio, we have Donna Oeding. Donna is the director of the Du Bois County Health Department. We also have with us Kaci Verkamp, and Kaci is a health educator from Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
Now, I know that I'm probably never in a healthy state of mind, but you have an event coming up. That registration deadline is coming up this Friday, August 29th.
Right.
But the event is in September.
Right.
Let's talk about what is the event.
The event is sponsored by the Du Bois County Public Health Partnership, and this is our 5th annual event. We always focus on things that we think seniors would be interested in learning about. So this year we are focusing on caregiving, and so many of us in our daily lives do care for somebody, whether it's our spouse, whether it's our parents, whether it might even be a child, and how do we help work that into our daily routine without it becoming too much of a burden for the caregiver. So we are bringing in a speaker from Indianapolis to talk about that, but we just want as many people to come as is possible. We do target people that are 50 and over, but really this really applies to anybody and everybody. So we want whoever wants to attend is more than welcome.
So for those attending, is it for those of us who may be over 50 years old? And if we are, for us to learn things, or is it for us to be able to take care of our parents?
It's a little bit of both, because
Okay.
we have a wide range of topics that I think will both be interesting and gain a lot of knowledge for both seniors and for people that are younger than that might be caregivers, or also just might want information on some of the topics that we're going to be presenting.
Okay. And the registration, how do you do the registration? And what's the cost? And what do you get for the money?
Okay.
So the registration, you can call the Arnold F. Hobbick Center.
Okay.
You're going to call, and tickets are $10. Call ahead, make reservations by August 29th.
But you get a meal, don't you?
Yes, you do get a meal as well. So
Is it a healthy meal?
it's spaghetti and
Okay.
also some salad. So.
Okay, well then Jan Dugan must have something to do with it, because half your plate needs to be vegetables. I know that, vegetables and fruits. And they just call the Hobbick Center?
Yes.
To get it? Okay. Could they also call the hospital or the health department if they need to get the right direction, if they forgot that, if they can't find that number?
Yes, of course. We can always direct them in the right direction.
Okay. And this partnership, I'm assuming, is the health department and Memorial Hospital and the Extension Service.
There are a lot of partners in this one committee. This is the aging committee of the partnership, and there are numerous committees in the partnership. But on this committee, we have Kaci from the hospital, we have Joanne Knies from Crisis Connection, we have Kathy Hope, who is the county auditor, we have Carrie Dick, who is the director of the Older American Center. We have Laura Holscher, who is the director of Generations. That's the area agency on aging. And I know I'm going to forget somebody, plus myself. Who else? Becky Beckman. Oh, goodness. How could I forget Becky? Becky Beckman from TRICAP RSVP is also on the committee. And every year we work all year long to come up with what we think will be a good program and the best facility. We didn't mention we are at Reflections this year. We try to move it to different areas of the county so that it's not too much of a travel for anybody. So this year we're going to Reflections. Like she said, we'll have a great meal. We hope to have a lot of vendors. We usually have at least 20 vendors come out, and they have a wide variety of things that they demonstrate and have on exhibit for the participants. And of course, we have lots of door prizes as well.
Okay, well, Kaci, can you run down the itinerary? When is this? Is it like an all-day thing, morning thing, evening thing?
Registration begins at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So you can come ahead at that time, visit the vendors, and then we will get started. We'll get started with our speakers, so including our Pat Evans. She'll be speaking about self-compassion. We also have Cheryl Carby talking about the warning signs of Alzheimer's, and then also the speaker from Carmel, Indiana that Donna was discussing as well, Elaine as well.
Okay, and then you threatened me that there is some sort of exercise involved, so there's things like that?
Yes,
well?
there's just a short little piece on exercise, so I'll be taking everyone through a short little exercise routine just to get everyone moving, the importance of exercise as well, discussing that. Very important to exercise as you age as well.
Why is exercise important for a healthy mind?
It's very important for a healthy mind. It not only is it there a physical aspect of exercise, but also the mental as well. So it helps just to keep everything functioning from the inside to the outside. So as you age, I know there's a misconception of as you age, you may not need to exercise anymore, but it is very important to keep moving.
You should keep moving, but maybe not the strenuous. You may not be playing softball.
Yes, it might not be quite as strenuous.
Although you could, right? Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
but any movement.
All right, and they need to register in advance because you need to know numbers because you're preparing a meal. And again, how do they contact, and how do they pay? They pay that day?
No, they pay in advance to the Hobbick Center. They make the check payable to either the partnership or the DuBois County Health Department. Like we said, it's $10. You can call the Hobbick Center. It's 482-4455. They will take your name. You can drop your money off there, but we do prefer that you pay in advance so we don't have to take care of handling a lot of money and stuff the day of the registration.
And so it starts at 8:30 in the morning with registration. What time does the actual event start? 9:30?
I believe it's 9 o'clock
Okay.
that we kick off with. Really, our keynote is the one that's going to kick off, and hers is on mindful caregiving and how to balance your life and all the other things that go with your life in addition to the caregiving, and how to do that in a real spiritual, emotionally balanced way. So I think from everything we've heard about this lady, she does a really good job of helping you work through that. It is a burden to care for somebody else, but we know that over 40 million Americans are considered caregivers, and that's an immense number. So a lot of us are caregivers. We need to know how to take care of ourselves, and she, along with Pat, will do a great job. The other speaker that we do have coming in is Sergeant Phil Hensley. He's from the state police, and he's going to talk about the silver alert and how important it is to know what the silver alert is, how to issue one. Since we're touching a little bit on Alzheimer's again this year, we had done that a couple of years ago. We found that that's really a topic a lot of seniors want to hear about. We also need to know, what do we need to do if one of our loved ones goes missing? How do we do that silver alert, and why it's really necessary to do it? So Sergeant Hensley is coming in as well.
This sounds like a day. How long does it go, by the way?
Till about 2:30 or so. We'll try to wrap up with just closing remarks, and then, of course, like I said, all the giveaways, the door prizes, and each of the vendors will probably bring some kind of little gift as well that we give away in the end.
People can kind of plan their day.
Yes,
how
yes.
it's going to go. Okay. And we're talking about the people that should be going. Really could be anybody, because you know, even though I may think I have a healthy state of mind right now, that's debatable. As I grow older, I may have to deal with some things that I find difficult for me to deal with about myself. Like I can't remember that, or I can't do this physical activity like I did at one time. And this may help me to deal with that.
Right.
Understand why that happens.
Right, to understand it, and I think to recognize signs and symptoms of, you know, maybe something's not right, instead of just kind of pushing it off. This is just a good way to educate. We're going to have a lot of fun as well. It's not, we want this to be lighthearted. We know we're providing a lot of heavy information, but we're also going to have fun. That's why we bring Kaci in to do the exercise. We do the door prizes. We always have a few little skits and stuff that sometimes we can talk Becky Beckman into coming dressed as one of her people in disguise, and we want people to come out and enjoy it and have a good day with us, and to be able to ask questions to whoever they feel they may need to specifically speak to.
Okay, so there will be people you can talk to there too.
Absolutely.
And that's, I guess, it's the vendors in a way, as you can interact with them.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about the day? Just register.
Just please, register. Yeah. Remember, August 29th is our deadline. If for some reason you're going to be out of town and it's a little later than that, that's fine, but you got to remember we have Labor Day in there, so if you can get it in by the 29th, that sure helps the committee plan for your event so that we can make it the best day possible. So again, 482-4455 to the Hobbick Center.
And they could call the health department or the hospital to get more information about it.
They can always call me or Kaci.
And the event is, again, September
the 9th.
September the 9th, registration at 8:30, but you need to pre-register.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Ladies, thank you for being our guests.
Thank you
you,
very
Bill.
much.
We have had with us Kaci Verkamp. She is a health educator with Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center, and Donna Oeding, who is the director of the DuBois County Health Department. A Healthy State of Mind, that event is coming up. You might want to register. Actually, you should. And it doesn't really matter your age. It's for all ages. Thank you for joining us for WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.